Good morning, children. Now we are going to see 10th standard social history, 5th lesson, that is social and religious reform movements. Understand, it is in page number 53. Just take page number 53, that is unit 5. Here that India, it was under the control of the Britishers. You all know that we got the independence in 1947. Before that, the Britishers, they ruled India, and other Europeans like Portuguese and the French, the Dutch people, everybody, they came to India and they settled, they have the trade relationship within India. And only the Britishers, they settled in India and they interfered in the political affairs of India and they ruled us for nearly many years. Understand, during that time, they introduced the English languages, the Western culture, and they opened many schools, colleges, many universities, and many buildings they constructed. They westernized India, our country. Understand, all the food habits, then the dresses, everything, the culture, it was changed. We follow the culture of the westernized. So Western education, it started to spread all over India, and many social reforms. At that time, during coming up of Europeans, India was somewhat uncivilized country. Understand that we all know that the parents, they won't send the female children to schools and colleges, and schools எல்லாம் கிடையாது, மரத்தடியில தான் they'll take the what we can say the schools, they will take under the tree only, and that was not much civilized people, and teachers எல்லாம் எப்படி இருப்பாங்க, அந்த பூணூல் போட்டு. Only the Brahmin people, they will learn Sanskrit and they only will get education. All that many social evils were there at that time, especially this sati, child marriage, and parda system, and what we can say polygamy. Understand, the widows, especially the child marriage, even small children, they'll marry the girl and the male and the female. And if the boy, suddenly if he dies, that girl, nearly only 5 years, 6 years da irukum, that girl will be a widow till her death. It's very much what we can say, very dangerous and very much evil practice followed by the Indians. Understand? So the westernized, the Europeans, the Britishers, they came to India and they abolished all these social evils and untouchability, then casteism, communalism, regionalism, everything they are abolished with the help of some social reformers. That only we are going to see in this lesson. Can you able to follow then? And many social reformers were there at that time. We'll see one by one. Okay, the organizations. And this Christianity also, the many Christian schools and colleges were opened. This Christianity influenced one of the biggest, that is one of the important religion in India. Many people, they started to follow Christianity, and this what we can say, the religion of it is the reform movements. They were into two categories. They are called as reformist movements like Brahma Samaj and Pratana Samaj, Aligarh movement, and another one is called as what we can say, revivalist movements. This is called as reformist movements, and another one is called as revivalist movements like Arya Samaj, Ramakrishna Mission, Diobat movement, and many of them. Okay, this social structure, other than that, not only in India, that is some states, even from Kerala, this Narayana Guru and Ayan Kali, அவங்க கூட என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, they gave much reforms to the people. Understand? And Ramalinga Adigal and Ayodhi Dasar of Tamil Nadu, so much, especially South Indian people, much reformers, they started to give social reforms to the people. One by one, we'll see it now. First one, Raja Ram Mohan Rai. He only opened this Brahma Samaj. We'll see. This Rajaram Mohan Rai, he was one of the earliest reformer, understand, in India, and he followed the Western ideas. Understand, he accepted the Western ideas and Western culture, and he followed the Western ideas, and he initiated, because of the Western ideas, he initiated many reforms. He know the languages, he learnt the languages, well versed. Not only learnt, he was well versed. The languages like Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian, English, as well as he was a Bengali, so he know Bengal also. And he was a great, what we can say, great scholar. This Rajaram Mohan Rai was a great scholar. He was a pioneer in many languages also. Understand, this Rajaram Mohan Rai, he was opposed to the meaningless religious rituals and the ceremonies of the people. Understand, the social customs of the people, and he was deeply influenced by monotheism and this anti-idolatry. இந்த செல்லெல்லாம் வச்சு வணங்குறோம்ல, அது செய்யக்கூடாது. ஆன்டினா ஆப்போசிட், அந்த ஐடல்ட்ரியை செய்யக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். அண்ட் மோனோதிசம், he followed this influenced by monotheism. Understand, and he argued that Hindus they have many gods, but there is only one God. He argued that there is only one supreme God and we have to worship them. Understand, he preached monotheism. Monotheism na one, dual na mono na one, dual na two, thrice na three, அந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். Understand, so he preached monoism, ஒரு God தான், and we have to worship only one God அப்படின்னு அவர் சொல்றாரு. And he was deeply concerned with prevailing customs like he wanted to abolish sati. And sati all know, if the husband died in the funeral fire, they will push the wife also in the fire. Husband அந்த எரிப்பாங்கல்ல, அது எரியும் போது they'll push the wife also into the fire. That is called as sati. அப்படியே உயிரோடு அப்படியே எரிச்சிடுவாங்க. அது it was a very dangerous and very evil practice followed by the Indians. And child marriage and polygamy. Polygamy means one man can marry many women. அது நம்மளோட சொசைட்டிக்கு, நம்மளோட கல்ச்சருக்கு அது தப்பு. அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், ஸோ பாலிகாமி இந்த மாதிரிலாம் நிறையா சோஷியல் ஈவில்ஸ் the people they followed. So he wanted to abolish all these evils, and he wanted to introduce widow remarriage. That already I told you that from small, that child marriage, chinnadle 5 years liye they'll marry the boy and a girl. If the boy die, if any sickness la, if the boy die till the death, the girl should be a widow. அது ஒரு எவ்வளோ கஷ்டம், எவ்வளோ ஒரு வருத்தமான ஒரு பாவ செயல்ல. ஸோ அந்த சோஷியல் ஈவில் அந்த மாதிரிலாம் they practiced the Indians at that time. So he wanted to abolish all this. ஸோ அந்த விடோ என்ன பண்ணலாம், she can, ஒரு certain ஏஜ் வந்தவுடனே she can remarry. அதான் விடோ remarriage அப்படி கொண்டு வரணும் அப்படின்ட்டு he fought for that. Understand, so especially he gave his support to Lord William, அப்போ கவர்னர் ஜெனரல், Lord William Bentinck. In the year he abolished sati in the year 1829. Abolition of sati. He abolished sati. Understand? So at that time Lord William Bentinck was the Governor General of India. So Rajaram Mohan Roy, he forced this Lord William Bentinck to give a legal document. Understand? The act issued. He passed the act against the sati, and he abolished sati in the year 1829. Okay, and this Brahma Samaj, he started this Brahma Samaj in the year 1828. He started Brahma Samaj. This Rajaram Mohan Roy, he started Brahma Samaj in the year 1828, and by this Brahma Samaj, this organization, he started many schools. Understand? Especially he forced the women. At that time, the parents, they won't send the girls to schools. Understand? For the education, to get education. So this Rajaram Mohan Roy, he asked the people to allow the women to get education. For that, he opened many schools and colleges, this Brahma Samaj. And he gave all his full support to the introduction of English language to all the mass of the people. அப்போல்லாம் ரொம்ப ஹை எஜுகேட்டடாக நல்லா படித்தவங்க மட்டும்தான் இங்கிலீஷ் படிக்கணும், ஒன்லி த பிராமின் ஷுட் லேர்ன் இங்கிலீஷ் அப்படின்னு இருந்துச்சு. அதனால் அப்படிலாம் கிடையாது. ஈவன் த புவர் பீப்புள், த லோ கேஸ்ட் பீப்புள் ஆல்சோ கேன் இங்கிலீஷ். ஸோ இங்கிலீஷ் லாங்குவேஜ் ஷுட் given to all அப்படின்ற மாதிரி கொண்டு வந்தது this Rajaram Mohan Roy only. Understand? And full support he gave, and this Western sciences also was taught in schools and colleges. Understand? Western cultures, Western science and technology, they were taught in the schools and colleges. Okay, and this Rajaram Mohan Roy, he started the Brahma Samaj on 20th August 1828, and he opened a temple with no image. Opened a temple in Calcutta. அங்கே உள்ளே போனால் ஒரு டெம்பிள்னு இருந்தால் கண்டிப்பாக என்ன இருக்கும்? சிலை இருக்கும், இல்லை இமேஜ் இருக்கும். ஒரு இமேஜ் கூட இல்லாமல் ஒரு டெம்பிள் ஒன்று he opened. And he laid down the no religion should be reviled or slightly contemptuous spoken or attitude of. எந்த ரிலிஜனுமே ஒரு மனுஷனுக்கு ஒரு certain what we can say improvement, development கொடுக்க முடியாது. Only education can mold a man அப்படின்ட்டு அவர் சொல்கிறார். ஓகே, அண்ட் திஸ் பிரம்ம சமாஜ் they forbade this idol worship. இந்த டெம்பிளில் ஐடல் வர்ஷிப் இருக்கக்கூடாது, அண்ட் வர்ஷிப் ஆஃப் மெனி காட்ஸ் இருக்கக்கூடாது, அதெல்லாம் வந்து கண்டெம் பண்ணாங்க. அண்ட் ஆல்சோ திஸ் அட் த டைம் ஒன்லி த பிராமின்ஸ் கேன் லேர்ன் த சான்ஸ்கிரிட் லாங்குவேஜ். So he asked the low caste people also to learn the Western culture, to learn the Western education, that is English language and science and technology. Okay, so these are all about Brahma Samaj. Next we are going to see Maharishi Devendranath. Maharishi Devendranath. Devendranath Tagore. After the death of Rajaram Mohan Roy, this Maharishi Devendranath Tagore, he was the poet Rabindranath Tagore's father. We all know Rabindranath Tagore. Do you know Rabindranath Tagore? Yeah. அவரோட ஃபாதர் ஜனகணமன நமக்கு எழுதினார்ல, அவரோட ஃபாதர் தான் திஸ் தேவேந்திரநாத் Tagore. Understand? He carried his Brahma Samaj work after the death of Rajaram Mohan Roy. He gave 4 articles of faith. அவர் என்ன சொல்கிறாரு? சுப்ரீம் பீயிங் ஷுட் பி த ஐடல் வர்ஷிப். யார் இந்த உலகத்தை ஃபுல்லாக யார் படைச்சாங்களோ அது சுப்ரீம் காட், அது மட்டும்தான் நம்ம வர்ஷிப் பண்ணணும். அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? த ஐடல் வர்ஷிப், இந்த செலை வச்சு வணங்குறதெல்லாம் இருக்கக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாரு. அண்ட் ஹீ அலோன், அவர் மட்டும்தான் என்ன? த ஒன்லி காட். ஓகே, he was only truth, infinite wisdom, goodness, power, then eternal, omnipresent and one without second. So யாருமே இந்த உலகத்தில் கிடையாது. There is only one God, he is the supreme. Understand? So அவர் மூலமாக தான் நம்மளுக்கு என்ன வரும்? Salvation. We can get salvation by the belief to him. அவர் மேலே நம்ம பிலீஃப் இருந்தால் தான் we can get salvation and we have to worship him and work for him அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். And also we have show our love to him. Loving him should be doing his will. அவருக்கு நம்ம அன்பு செலுத்துகிறோன்னா எப்படி அந்த கடவுளை நம்ம நேசிக்கிறோன்னா அவர் என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காரோ அதன்படி நம்ம we should do his will only. We can say that we are loving God அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லலாம். So these are the 4 what we can say articles of faith of this Rabindranath, that is Debendranath Tagore. Then next one, third யார் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா கேஷப் சந்திரா சென். This Debendranath was a moderate reformer. அவருக்கு அப்புறம் the greatest reformer யார் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா கேஷப் சந்திரா சென். Understand? He joined the movement in the year 1857. He joined with Brahma Samaj. Okay. After Keshap Chandra Sen, this Brahma Samaj, அவரோட அந்த லீடராக யார் ஆனதுன்னு கேட்டால் this Keshap Chandra Sen became the leader of Brahma Samaj. And he founded a new organization, Debendranath organization. Thereafter it was called as known as Adi Brahma Samaj அப்படின்றத அவர் கொண்டு வந்தார். What was his Adi Brahma Samaj? And this Keshap Chandra Sen, he married his 14 years daughter. 14 வயசு தான் ஆச்சு அவரோட டாட்டருக்கு. 14 years daughter to a man. அவங்களுக்கு மேரேஜ் பண்ணி வச்சாங்க. அப்போ அது ஆக்சுவலாக அது என்னது? that was child marriage. ஸோ இவரே ஒரு லீடராக இருந்துட்டு இவரே வந்து சைல்டு மேரேஜ் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்றதுனால மெனி பீப்புள் தே வாட் வி கேன் சே they went out of this Brahma Samaj and they left out this Brahma Samaj and they formed Sadharan Samaj. Okay, and next Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Next social reformer was Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. He was the next social reformer. Okay, and this Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was also a social reformer in Bengal. He was a rationalist and he wrote many Hindu scriptures and he argued many Hindu scriptures and he gave the evidences also about that. Okay, and he said that there was no sanction about the widow remarriage. Widows எல்லாம் ரீமேரேஜ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்றதுக்கான எந்த சாங்ஷனும் அந்த புத்திஸ்ட் அந்த வாட் வி கேன் சே த லிட்ரேச்சர்ஸில் we don't have any sanction. And for the burning of widows, அதான் the sati, they followed sati we saw. So the burning of sati அப்படின்றது the widows அப்படின்றது we should not follow this sati. ஏன்னா if the husband dies in the funeral fire they'll push the wife also. அதில் அப்படியே உயிரோடு அவங்க எரிப்பாங்க நம்ம பார்த்தோம். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரிலாம் எதுவும் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்றது எந்த லிட்ரேச்சர்லேயும் இல்லை. அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், there is no evidence for that. நீங்கள் ஏதாவது லிட்ரேச்சரில் அப்படி இருந்ததுன்னா நீங்கள் கொண்டு வாங்க அப்படின்னு he argued. யார்? who? this Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. He argued the people. Understand? So இந்த மாதிரிலாம் நிறைய he played a leading promoting education and he gave the rights education to the girls also. Understand? He opened many schools and colleges and betterment of child widows. இது மாதிரிலாம் நிறைய பண்ணியிருக்கிறாரு. He started one act, Widows Remarriage Reform Act in the year 1856. Understand? And child widows, I told you, அவங்க கூட ரீமேரே பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவர் சொன்னார். So we can follow other social reformers in the next class. Okay children, thank you.